Well, we're back at it again. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tai Chi For You. And really, the title says it all. The Tai Chi is for you, it's for everybody. And one of the first notes that I have here is I want to say thank you to the Northbridge Senior Center for allowing us to have our class there. And we do that on Mondays, which again, everybody's welcome. That's a 10:45, and then we get started about 11, and we go from 11 to 12. So that's really what's happening there. We're getting some new students, so that's good. And it's always good the energy of somebody new or someone that's coming in and wants to learn. So that's always and they seem to bring people with them. So it comes in bursts where you get new people, and then now they're not the new people anymore. They're the ones that maybe the new people look at to follow or ask for advice or just talk about life. The, it's so much more than just exercise. It's a way of life. It's how to communicate with other people and just that. Um, Again, we talk about chi, which feelings or whatever. Don't I say everybody don't get hung up so much on definition of a word. It's really how you feel. So I want to talk a little bit tonight too about um, just again we go over basics, and this is basic things in life. If you're thirsty, here we go. I came in on my motorcycle, so I didn't. I forgot my water bottle, so I cheers to the water bubbler out there. But really, just have was it keep hydrated. You hear him say all the time, and not so much just in the summer, year round. This is a great time to do something to get into the habit. You get in the habit of um, having water with you because you're out in the yard or it's just hot. Or you're driving in the car and make a little road soda for your trip somewhere. But uh, year round, have that water. There's different little things you could put in it. I just go with a straight, just a few drops of lemon, and that again, I don't say makes me happy, but I can put other things in water to make me happy. But the lemon is good. But whatever. Again, you want to listen to your body. So that thing with the thirst, and the other thing is nutrition. And I can only give you my opinion or what works for me, things on that nature. I'm not a nutritionist or someone that can give advice or, how much dosage to take of vitamin C or whatever. I do listen to, podcasts and read books and see things like that. But so just the way certain ones interact, like you need to take this with that one, and that releases it more into the bloodstream. Or if you're on, what's the one they talk about? You're on heart medication, you're not supposed to eat grapefruit, or there's something like that that I read too. So, um, again, if you, want to get serious about feeling better, maybe talk to your doctor. And if he doesn't know, hopefully he can point you into a specialist that can um, adjust things and give you a diet, give you an exercise program. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is just the variety, and when I say that, I mean variety in exercise. Where Tai Chi is great, Qigong is great, but if it's all brand new to you or you're feeling overwhelmed, first of all, don't feel overwhelmed. Just kind of go with the flow, is the saying. But add it to what you're doing. You might do go out for a 5 mile run, and that's your thing to exercise. All right, maybe before that run, do some of the what we call them the Tai Chi warm ups, and maybe it is a runner's warm up, maybe it is a golfer's warm up when we do some of these or piano warm up, but get some things from from class or from a video of Tai Chi or something like that, and incorporate it into what you're doing, just to keep that variety going. Even within the Tai Chi, mix it up a little bit instead of maybe always doing Alexa, play meditation music, and have your form and do your practice. Maybe mix it up, play something, maybe a little country music, or we figured it out in class a while back. A lot of the moves, if we think of it as a waltz, the movement, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that seemed to work for some of the students that had a hard time um, using that part of the brain to just memorize the moves. So if you put it to music, maybe it'll memorize. It'll come to you a little bit easier. Um, what's another variety you could do? Try it outdoors if you're always, I don't want to say stuck indoors exercising, or you feel comfortable, you have your weights, you have, your mirror, you have everything right, and that's where you work out. Well, it might get a little stale. Maybe mix it up. Go for a little walk in a park or something, and just stop in the park and do some movement, do some open and close, do any type of, do some breathing. You don't have to move. You can just stand still and just do some mind body exercises like that. Um, Again, whatever you're comfortable with. The other thing too with eating, and I guess the vitamins and all that kind of falls into that category. But with eating, you got to watch. Again, I love ice cream. Let's go. Someone says ice cream. I'm going. But um, just the idea of trying to eat healthy and watch out for emotional eating. Because a lot of times people will just, and again, it doesn't have to be a negative emotion. It could be a happy emotion. You're at a birthday party. Oh yeah, seconds on the cake, and you're just eating because you're kind of wrapped up in the whole excitement of everything. Or Thanksgiving's a great example. You just, maybe it's seeing everybody and the smells and the the whole spread on the table. Great, and you you overeat. Or the other one is sometimes people just, I don't know, not sad or whatever, but they sit there and they just, well, there's only three left. I'll just, and you eat those. Or you want to even out the milk to cookie ratio. So, all right, so we're getting a little bit off track of Tai Chi, but I like to rant on a little bit. So think about how your body is a tool, and you want to use that to just sort of express your feelings. By that I mean, don't worry so much about memorizing the form, or which hand is up or which hand is down, or which way should I turn and when should I turn, and all that. You want to just, and we say go with the flow. I'd rather see you feel it more than, oh, you did it correct. But this person over here, you could just see that connection, that grounded feeling. So, all right, so why don't we get up? We'll be relaxed but alert. And that's sort of a good thing to think about when, whatever you're doing, you're out in nature, or you're just, driving your car and you're enjoying the air conditioning and the right music and the roads just been paved and all that. You're relaxed, but be alert. Okay. So, with that being said, let's do our little warm up of ringing the temple bell. And if I explained this once, I've explained it 100 times, probably 1,000 times, and I enjoy explaining it another 1,000 times. It's nice and easy. We don't overdo it. It's not, Tai Chi isn't about no pain, no gain. It's more of that 70-30 principle where we're exerting about 70% of our energy and we're remembering to breathe. Rule number 1, remember to breathe. Rule number 2 is nobody falls down. So we're just swinging, we're moving the torso, we're relaxed. Relax the shoulders, the arms, wrists, fingers, and just that light little tapping to wake up the chi, get the blood flowing, whatever you want to think of it as a way of doing it. The knees are slightly bent, but the spine is elongated. We're breathing in deep, slow, controlled breath. Breathe in. Good. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Good. And then just shake that out. We talk about the lymphatic system quite a bit. And that doesn't have a pump, like the heart is the pump, the lungs are a pump. The lymphatic system, the pumping is the bouncing, the walking, the squeezing. So we want to incorporate that with some of the warm-ups. So just do a gentle bounce. And if you had one of those small little trampolines, or some of you, I can't remember when was the last time I bounced. You know, before I learned about the benefits of it, I guess. You think of it as a kid, or, you know, you bounce around, but you're pumping, you're getting everything moving, sending that fluid just to lubricate, loosen up. You see the boxers do a lot of the footwork, and they bounce. Move, 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 and they have their way of training. So we bounce, and then when we do that squeeze, same idea, we can do that. Let's do the whole exercise where we think about a negative thought or think about something that's bugging you that, oh, listen, you know, when are they going to fix that bump in the road? And you squeeze and you think of that thought, just breath in. And then you just let that thought go and let the arms drop. Just let it go. And I mentioned this and I get a lot of response when I say think of something that's bugging you. And it's, oh, my kids, or their homework, or their, you know, the whole online classroom and all that stuff. It's a lot of tension in home. So, you know, the whole family, I mean, the kids are tense and you know, the parents and whoever else is living there, it's if you can get the dog to do this, it'll help him. But think about what's bugging you. And take that thought in, take that breath in. And just let it go with a breath and a sound and sort of a shake, and just let it go. So now that you're cleared, now we want to receive some nice positive thoughts, or good energy, or good chi, or just a good stretch. Just breathe in, and we got the palms facing up. So breathe in, arms are up. Stretch. And again, there's that 70-30. I'm not, you know, out. I'm not stretching. That isn't really part of that whole mind-body exercise. So another great thing when we talk about warming up is how the body likes to move in circles. So let's mix up our variety a little bit and just sort of circle the hands inward. So the shoulders are moving, the arms are moving, the hips. And this is a similar exercise. We call it serving the tea. You serve the tea. You show it to everybody in the back. Bring it around. Try the other arm. Out, over. I'll have to get somebody from the tea shop to come in. We'll try it. We've done it with cups with marbles in them. Just to hear the marbles and not have them fall out. So again, the circling. Let's try our arm one where we do the palms down. See, well, let's mix it up. Do palms up this time with big circles. And then gradually turn the palms down and go smaller. And then reverse the direction with the palms up with a larger circle. And again, a nice breath in, breath out, and then start with the palms going down and do our smaller circles, just like that. And then we went right into that open the door, close the door. So visualize a little resistance. There's a machine at the gym. You put your arms, or your different ones, you hold it, and you pull the weight back, or the pads are there for your arms to push back. And then I think you could do it another way where the weight is pushing out. Then there's one where you have the palms this way and you try to push the weights together, and there's no weight going out. And there's the push the weight together. And then there's, so you don't have to go to the gym. Or visualizing. We have that bar exercise now where we just push up, let the weight come down. And then the other one where you sit and you got to reach up for that bar and then we try to pull it down, and then the cable brings it right up. And then we try to pull it down and the cable goes right up, and then we pull it down and the cable goes right up. Good. All right, let's shake it out a little bit. Reach for our water. Good. Let's drop down and do a little bit more of the shoulder area, where we're just sort of lifting or circling. And then we can try to go in the opposite direction, which you gotta kind of use your mind a little bit. It's a little bit, whichever direction you went with was the easiest. Now I'm trying to, I have to concentrate a little bit more on how that would work with my arms. And then, or just do our just shoulder shrug. And again, you see them with the, you could use weights and they lift like that, but we can just stay relaxed and do that 70%. Just like that. 2, 1. And we can drop down and do some of our slow motion hula hoops. So we got to remember to keep our feet grounded. If you want to just maybe a little bit further apart, maybe a little bit pigeon-toed in, see if that helps. Again, do any of these. See, listen to your body and see what needs to be adjusted. See what feels good. See where it's a little bit of an ouch to it. Maybe it's something stiff, maybe it's nothing. Maybe you should tell your doctor it's a pain every time I lift one leg or I bend in a certain direction. It could be something, but for the most part, we're just not overdoing anything. We're just warming up all the muscles and ligaments and tendons and getting the chi flowing, the blood flowing, the lymphatic fluid, the synovial fluid, anything like that. Good. And just a gentle one where we warm up the knees. Maybe your knees have been getting stiff. Maybe you're doing a lot more gardening. Or maybe that you're inside too much with that air conditioner running all the time. Maybe that's what's causing maybe some discomfort. But just, gentle movements. And again, we have a stool or chair or something as a prop, just to have it. I'm not depending on it. It's there if I need it, type thing. So it's there if I need it. And I'm just warming up both directions. Both directions. This is the one that clicks and pops, but See how I went to my best one first? This one's a little trickier, okay? Good. And then you could do just some walking, or again, we're using the feet as that pump for the lymphatic system. And you can put a little, don't drop too hard, but we're pumping. We're pumping. You can add arms. There's all kinds of different techniques. So we talked about that, where it's have a little variety. Maybe you do calisthenics, and that's great. You're getting harder, but incorporate some of the slow breathing techniques that we do. As the first one, let's do our Tai Chi Arms, where we start out in our mountain, where we're relaxing, we're slowing down the mind, we're letting go, but we're still aware of our surroundings, but we're not, we're trying to just slow the mind down of everything that we've been thinking about. So we just give the mind something to do, just to breathe in and breathe out. And sometimes that's all you need, just to calm the mind, calm the body. Now we're going to make that right foot the heavy foot, so we can step out and we adjust into what's called our horse stance. And from here, we're incorporating the 5 bows that we've talked about. And the bow is just this open area. 1, 2, 3, 4, each knee. The 5th bow is that elongated spine, that dropping down, but visualizing that thread pulling the crown and stretching the tailbone, and just tuck the chin in just a little bit. And like I say, adjust it, take your time to get there. It's a tough feeling, but try it, and then you'll get the idea. Maybe just rock forward and backwards a little bit. Keep the palms facing down. Visualize you're holding on to that stool that's there if you need. There, it's right. I'm holding on to it. Look at that. On TV I am anyway, okay? And now we're going to do our Tai Chi Arms, which is a floating up, and then they float in, and then they float down. So when we did Tai Chi in the pool at the community center, we didn't have to visualize that we were holding our little floaties and trying to push them down, and control how, instead of letting them just bounce right up, we control how they come up out of the water. And then once you have it, I don't want to say memorized, but they're just kind of doing it subconsciously, work on your breath. A nice, slow, long, deep. And then we do what's called tiger returns to the mountain. And again, it's just a nice way to come back in and get everybody on the same page. So those are some great, just kind of what we've done the last 5-10 minutes. The other one I want to show you is the one that we've been doing, that 3 move, 3 times, the Qigong exercises. So same idea, mountain, stepping out, adjusting to our horse stance, and the palms are facing down. So we're getting that earth chi, or that connection, that balanced feeling. Maybe do a little bouncing, a little, and get ready. So now we draw the arms, again, we're visualizing, we're pulling up, maybe like a nice light rubber band type feeling. And we're going to bring it all the way up over the head, turn the palms facing each other, and nice control coming down. down, and we're not going to lock the arms out. We're going to drop, and then we're going to bring the arms up with a nice breath in, about, mid-chest, heart level. Exhale, push down, and now visualize pulling up that energy and just sending it out. Bringing it back in to reload and back down. So those are the 3 moves. It's up, and then up again, halfway into the heart. Expand, contract. Expand. Last time, drawing up, palms face, down. And this is actually doing a lot of internal massaging of all the organs in the spine and the shoulder, all the ball and socket joints, the lungs. We're massaging everything, and just, again, it's a good feeling. It puts a smile on your face. So try that move. Again, that's the one that I do every morning, along with, some of the circles and the warm-ups. And even the, people try to, can you touch the toes? And that's not important. It's you have your knees slightly bent and just, rest them. If this is all you can get, that's fine. That's for you. This works. If you can go a little bit further, and you can keep your knees bent, and that's one way to say, hey, I can touch my toes. And then draw it up, and just complete it with a good little stretch and down. Or you can try it with the feet together and the knees locked. And again, the Tai Chi isn't about knees locking, but it's about the breath. And we can exhale and bring it up. So I can still do it at 63. I didn't think I could touch my toes. All right, so those are some of the warm-ups. Those are just a couple exercises. Let's try one more that we've been practicing, and once you get it, you get it. That outside parry, where we just, again, we're warming. It's a warm-up, but it's also part of the form. And other forms of martial arts, they have something very similar to this. And the inside parry. 3, 2, 1. And then we have one we just pick the stars. So it's another, make a nice strong pinch, throw, pinch, and throw. So just, again, these are some ones you don't need much space, and it's helpful. It's being consistent. And that's really the key to anything. The key to Tai Chi, the key to being a better driver, being a better golfer, and all that. So, all right, I just want to leave you with a quote. And I got to credit Mark Twain with this one. He says, if you want to feel better, make somebody else feel better. So, I hope I've made you guys feel better with tonight's show, and go back and watch some more episodes. Hopefully I made you feel better after every one of them. But until next time, it's Tai Chi for you.